Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. This is Sarf lesson 6. We have mentioned before that Arabic word patterns are grouped into 10 categories of families, and we are discussing family 1 right now. Okay, and we have discussed in family 1 the active verb past and present, the verbal noun, the doer noun, the passive verb past and present, and today we will discuss the passive noun, inshallah. Okay. So the root noun or verbal noun, the pattern we have done is the pattern fi'l. Okay, so fi'l, and the doer noun, the pattern is fa'il. The passive noun, its pattern is maf'ul. Okay, so let's look at some examples. Fathun, the root noun, means opening. The doer noun with the same root letters means opener, fatih, and the passive noun has the meaning of something that is opened. Okay, so something that is receiving the action of the root noun, right? So next example, darb. Darb means hitting, the idea of hitting. Darib, the hitter. Madrub, something that is hit. Okay. Nasr, helping. Nasir, helper. Mansur, the one who is helped. Sam', listening. Sami', listener. Masmu', something that is heard. So our passive noun fits on our family 1 after the passive verb. Okay, so our family 1 thus far is fa'ala, yaf'alu, fi'al, fa'il, fu'ila, yuf'alu, and maf'ul. Okay, so those are the patterns we have learned. Let's see if we can identify them in the following examples. But before we go there, finding the root letters is a concept that we haven't spoken much about. So let's just talk about that. So every word, noun, or verb must have 3 root letters. And if a word has 3 letters, then obviously those 3 would be its root letters. If it has more than 3 letters, it will include the roots plus what we call extra letters. We can identify the roots by eliminating the extra letters. And what are the extra letters? They are the following letters: alif, tam, sin, lam, mim, nun, waw, waw, ha, and ya. Right, so those are what we consider to be the extra letters. They are not always extra letters, they are possibly extra letters. So it's possible that they could be roots in certain words, but generally if we have a word that is more than 3 letters, we will start looking at eliminating these letters first to identify our root letters. So let's look at some examples. Anta min al-la'ibina. So let's look at the word al-la'ibina. So it has alif lam at the beginning. That's definitely going to be extra. And it has ina at the end, ya, nun at the end. So we know that it's part of a plural. As you learned in Nahu. So ina definitely is going to be extra. So we're left with lam, alif, ain, and ba. So ain is root, ba is root, and then between lam and alif, we have to now decide between lam and alif whether that's the root or not. So we have an idea of the weak letters. Okay, so amongst the extra letters, there are 3: alif, waw, and ya. We consider them to be the weak letters, right? For the following 2 reasons. Number 1, they are eliminated first if we have a scenario like we have now, where we have between lam and alif. Is lam root or alif root? We will go with lam being the root instead. Okay, and leave alif out because we consider lam to be stronger and alif to be weaker. So we'll go with lam and check that up in a dictionary, and that probably would be our root letters. But there are scenarios where you would give preference to the weak letter over the strong letter to be the root, and then check it up, and then you will find that that is actually the root. Okay, the second reason why we consider them to be weak letters is that they have a tendency to change into each other. So sometimes waw will be alif, sometimes alif will be waw, and the same with ya. Sometimes ya will be alif, sometimes ya will be waw, etc. Okay, so that's why we call them weak letters, right? So in al-la'ibina, our root is lam, ain, and ba. Okay, and what pattern does la'ib fit? So if you look properly, you see it fits the doer noun pattern. Okay, so la'ib. So if you look up lam, ain, and ba in a dictionary, you'll get the meaning of the idea of playing, right? So la'ib would then be someone who is playing, and la'ibina, many players, right? So the meaning of that whole thing is anta min al-la'ibina, you are from amongst the players. Right, let's go to the next text. Fi ayyamin ma'dudat. So fi is a harf, ayyam is a noun, and ayyam is a bit of a tricky one because definitely mim has to be the root over there because we have so many weak letters over there, ya, alif, and hamza in front. So this is a tricky one. As we go along, inshallah, every week, and when we read and do other things also, when we discussing Quran and reading our Qasas and Nabeen, I will, or your teachers will also give you different strategies to find the root letters in the most efficient way. Okay, so in the case of ayyam, the root letters is ya, waw, and mim. So the alif is actually supposed to be a waw. The waw is changed into an alif after the ya. Okay, so the root is ya, waw, and mim. It's the plural of the word yom, right? Ayyam. So it means many days, right? Next word, ma'dudat. So ma'dudat, the at at the end over there, we know that comes in our plural, so at is going to be extra. We're left with ma'dud. Ain is strong, dal is strong, and this dal is strong, right? So we're left with mim and waw being the extra letters, right? So look, check up adad in the dictionary, you'll get the meaning of counting, the idea of counting. So ma'dud, the meaning would be a passive noun meaning because it fits the passive noun. Ma'dud means something that is counted, right? So the whole meaning fi ayyami ma'dudat, in many days, okay, in days that are counted days, right? Next one, لعلهم يشهدون. لعل is a harf, hum is a pronoun. Let's look at the word يشهدون. So يشهدون is una at the end, that's extra, and we have يشهد, ya is extra, so shahida, that's shahada is going to be our root letters, right? And we look properly, you'll see that it fits our passive, our active present tense verb, right? So shahida has the idea of witnessing. So yashhaduna, they many males are witnessing. Okay, next one. Min is harf, al marjumin. Alif lam is extra. Ina is extra, right? We have marjum left over. So definitely ra is root, jim is root, and this meme can be the root or not, because we said meme could be possibly extra letter, okay? But if you look closely, you'll see that it actually fits our passive noun pattern. So definitely the meme is going to be root. Okay, the last meme. The first meme is going to be extra. The root is rajama. So rajam has the idea of stoning. So marjum, someone who is stoned. Marjumin, many people who are being stoned. Right? Next one, fa'alna. So fa'alna is a right, it should be quite obvious to you that it's actually a past tense, active past tense verb, and definitely fa is the root, ain is the root, and lam is the root, and noon will be extra. And the meaning is fa'alna, they many females did do. Okay, fi anfusin, right? Fi means in, anfusin. So anfusin is a pronoun. Anfus, this noun. Is also a tricky one because we said noon could be extra, and sin could be extra, and the hamza in front could be extra. So the only root letter we sure of is fa. So we need to find two more. So you'll have to go around the dictionary, try different combinations to find a word like that. But this case is not a very common case. It's going to be quite rare. But in this case, the root is noon, fa, and sin. Nafs. The word nafs. So this is the plural anfus, which means many souls, right? Inna is a pronoun. Bil ma'ruf, bi is a harf. The word al ma'ruf is a noun. It has alif lam at the beginning, so that's going to be extra. Fa is definitely going to be root. Ra is definitely root. So we have ma'ruf. Arafa is the idea of knowing, and on the passive noun pattern, which it is on, means something that is known. Okay. Right. Next one, the word wa is harf. The word Allah is a proper noun. That's harf. Ma is a noun. Ta'amaluna. So ta'amaluna, that's a noun, or rather, sorry, that is a verb. And you see that it fits the present active verb, right? Una is extra. Ta is extra. So we left with ain, mim, and lam. Those are our roots. They many males, rather you many males are doing. Right, next word khabirun is a noun because it ends with tanween. Kha is going to be root, ba is root, and ro is root, ya is extra. Khabir means someone or something that has information, okay, or is informed. So the meaning of فَعَلْنَا فِي أَنفُسِنَا بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَاللَّهُ بِمَا تَعْمَلُونَ خَبِيرٌ is they done amongst themselves goodness, and Allah is aware of that which you are doing. Okay, so just to summarize, every noun has three root letters. The root letters will be the letters that you find in a 3-letter word, but if the word has more than 3 letters, then we will have root letters plus extra letters. The extra letters are those letters over there. We will remove the extra letters to find our root letters. Then we have within our extra letters, we have 3 letters which we consider to be the weak letters, alif, waw, and ya. They are considered weak because we normally eliminate them first when we try to find our root letters, and they have a tendency to change into each other. Okay, so that's why we consider them to be the weak letters. So let's just quickly have another look at the dictionary. So we're looking up a word, for example, which has the root letters of kha, lam, and qaf. So we come to the dictionary, and in the dictionary, it is set up such that the first paragraph includes all the verbs, and from the first paragraph onwards, from the second paragraph onwards, it's all nouns. Okay, so let's just look exactly how we can find how the dictionary is used. So khalaqa is our root. So when you look in the dictionary, the first thing it gives you is the past tense. Okay, how it does that is he transliterates it as, in this case, khalaqa, and those transliteration gives you your haraka that needs to be on the past tense. So it's khalaqa. If we said khaliqa, then it would have been a different variation of the past tense verb. Okay. Then after it gives you the present tense, and how it gives you that is he puts either you, a, or I next to the transliteration of the past tense. So, and what it tells you over there is that the present tense verb for khalaqa is yakhluqu. The u represents dhamma. So yakhluqu, not yakhlaqu or yakhliqu. It has to be yakhluqu. Okay, so that's the present tense. And he gives you the root noun in brackets after the verb. He also many times includes the root nouns, meaning immediately after the paragraph of the verbs, includes the verbal noun, the root noun first. And you can see khalq has the meaning of creation, making, origination. Okay, so in our verbal paragraph over there, he also gives us some more information. He gives us the variations of family 1. So he has khaliqa. So khalaqa yakhluqu is one variation. Then we have khaliqa yakhlaqu, which is another variation, and khaluqa yakhluqu, which is another variation, and both of them have the same meaning of to be old, to be worn out, a garment, for example. Then he gives you another variation, khaluqa yakhluqu. That one also has the meaning to be fit or suitable. Okay, so those are some variations of the family 1. Okay, then from the Roman numerals to the end of the paragraph, it's all going to be different families. Okay, so he uses number 2, 4, 5, and 8 for this verb. So all verbs or all root letter combinations do not always include all 10 families. Okay, so most of them has a few families, but not all 10 families, and you get some which are that do feature on all 10 families of the verb. Okay, so on family 2, to be khallaqa, yukhalliqu, the meaning there is to perfume something. Okay, and on family 4 it would be to wear out something, to become old and shabby. Family 5, he says it's passive of 2, family 2, to be molded, to be shaped, to change with a model, to become angry. And then on family 8, to invent, to contrive, to devise something. Okay, so the Roman numerals indicates to the families, the possible families that the root letter combination exists on. So for homework, revise today's lesson and complete the exercises on Google Classroom or on page 13 of the workbook. Jazakallah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.